I will.
Yeah, and if anyone brought the computers with them.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
We should have done.
Sorry?
Yeah,
they have a white paper, but they took it down because they were accused of copying of the white paper, so they took it down.
Do we have Wi-Fi here? You know,
I'm not sure.
in the.
We use.
There's your.
Yes.
It's designated password. Yeah.
Fucking password.
Yeah, it's random.
It's the same.
The initial password for that.
Okay.
Modem. Let's
See here. I think you ran really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, not long is late.
That might have been the case as well.
30 minutes late.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Look at that one. I don't think you're gonna grab.
well, actually, I'm in the middle of charity events.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Awesome.
What sort of charity
It's
event?
called meditation right there.
Today?
Yeah, and we are walking alongside the Yamazai. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's still fun.
That's good. Barcelona. I posted the password for the Wi-Fi in the meetup.com.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start. Maybe Kohei-san has a cold.
Are you cold as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kulu has a headache.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Bad day.
It's okay. We'll all survive.
So do we expect more people coming, or
Depends.
Should we get it?
But we should get started.
Yeah,
it's
it's
good. It's really late. Yeah.
So introduce.
Maybe just your name and what you do.
Okay.
Yeah. James, and I'm in IS services at a consulting. And I like blockchain and I like studying, so I'm right here. Nice to meet you.
I'm Sumiko. I work for a bank and I'm in charge of finance. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Hide. I'm a game developer.
Game?
Game developer.
Okay. What kind of game?
스마트폰 game.
Okay.
My name is Hisaki, business development for Japanese corporation.
Okay. Okay, I'm Masayoshi. I'm the organizer of this event. And my background is distributed autonomous systems. So in the university, I'm master's degree, and I'm also an engineer after the blockchain. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes, nice to meet you. I'm originally I'm a doctor, physician.
Doctor.
Yeah, I'm consulting in biotech, and I'm now setting up a new company using blockchain technology to make applications. So that's why I'm here to understand about the blockchain. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, that's it. Sorry. Okay. My handwriting is very bad.
So Collabogate is the community, not company. So now we have more than 400 people in Tokyo division, and with a blockchain expert, and it's like NPO community. So you can do the business around our community, do the consulting, or developing blockchain. And so that's why this meetup is not education class. So we contribute each other. So that's why we read the white paper in advance. And I want to hear your perspective also. Okay. Okay, let's start. So everybody read their white paper, DFINITY.
I was trying to understand that,
Yeah.
but it's completely.
I go with it.
It's very hard to understand. I mean, technical terms. I'm not an engineer, so I'd like to contribute to somehow.
Yeah.
But first of all, I'd like to someone to briefly.
Yeah, I also spent a few
Interaction.
few hours, but I couldn't understand all.
Right.
Yeah, it's a maybe promising project. This is because Polychain and Andrews and Horowitz invest this project
Oh, really?
more than 6 million, 60 million.
16 million.
16 million.
Because the Polychain and Andrews and Horowitz. Yes. And
Which one you are talking about? TRON or
DFINITY.
DFINITY?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, very promising next generation blockchain infrastructure. It's so hard to understand. So they're using virtual machine. And so end user can host a virtual machine to as a node to the blockchain. Then also the point is they use a BLS signature. You know BLS signature.
I'm ready.
Yes. A BLS signature is using pairing. Pairing is mathematics language, so pairing is a pairing, and it's a completely different ECDSA. Almost a blockchain using the ECDSA to make a signature. This is using different protocol or mathematics algorithm, and they combine the signature to the threshold distributed algorithm, and they create new protocol. I understand this is the point of this project, but I couldn't understand what is BLS signature and distributed algorithms. Please understand.
So, maybe we can go through the layers, the 4 layers.
Yes.
I'll just write this down. You got the notary layer.
Yeah.
Then what we got the
Blockchain layer.
blockchain,
A random beacon.
random beacon,
Identity.
and then identity. Okay. So maybe so the clients represent the computer, or in other words, nodes.
Yeah, and this is virtual one.
Yes. It's VM. Okay.
Yes.
So I think it said that like one of the aspects of this is so if you take for example Bitcoin, there's what every 10 minutes there's like a global consensus, right? Consensus, and then this is DFINITY. DFINITY, how much? It's really fast, right? 2 seconds or something like that.
Right.
So it's 5 to 10 seconds.
Is it 5 to 10 seconds?
Yeah, finality is very high.
Yeah, it's really high.
Yeah.
And then what? Bitcoin was it every 6 transactions? Every 6 blocks. After verifying every 6 blocks, verify. Then it's confirmed, I guess. Verification, confirmation. And then I think for DFINITY it's 2 blocks, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it says 2.
So it's faster for consensus, and then your blocks get verified quicker, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's one of the main points that they're talking about. Sorry, I think I'm all over the place. One of the things that struck me was this notary. I thought it was very interesting. So in the Bitcoin protocol, I know that I don't know if everyone's familiar, but so every 10 minutes, so every 10 minutes, it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle, and all the computers have to solve the puzzle, right? And whoever gets the puzzle first is the winner and gets like a reward, right? In DFINITY, what happens is you have computers that assemble blocks. I don't think there's a puzzle they have to create, right?
Okay.
So let's see here. So what?
I think over 51%.
Yeah. So okay, block creation,
Yeah, assemble.
assembly,
Mhm.
I should say. This is proof of work. And then this is proof of stake, right? Anyway, let's put that in there. So, Bitcoin, your 10 minutes, all the computers have to assemble, and the first computer that assembles a block gets Bitcoin. Whereas DFINITY, all the computers, they try to assemble blocks, and there's a certain system called it's like a priority system. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that. So, first one wins. And then, so you have priority. So you have blocks assembled by all these computers. This is DFINITY. And depending on who has the longest amount of transaction or something is the one that will get notarized. Maybe I'm just
The Bitcoin.
no, I'm talking about DFINITY.
Okay.
So in DFINITY, there's this process. What's it called? The priority one. Block rank and chain weight. I didn't read so deep into that because I read it, but I think I have to read it several times. But anyway.
Yeah, so
Blockchain height, weight. So say this block is the highest block height, block weight, right?
okay.
And so what the network does, what the DFINITY network does, it uses random beacon. It's a randomized protocol to select certain computers in the network. And those certain computers that get selected becomes a group, which is noted as G in the paper. And so you have, say, I don't know how many computers. Say you have like 100 computers, right? And these 100 computers will notarize, authorize that okay, this is good to go. This is the process of notarization. And then after okay, so there's, sorry, I'm all over the place. There's assembly. After it gets assembled, it gets ranked, and then it gets notarized.
So 100, sorry, the group of 100 computers decides the highest weight height nodes.
I think you can correct me wrong. I think it's separate. I think.
That's great.
I think it was. I think they have a system where. I think it's a set of rules that's built in the system that identifies which is the highest height and has the most weight.
The notarization means what?
A notarization means authorizing something. So if I want to apply for a driver's license, right?
Yeah.
So
the authorization of what?
That is authorization. That is the block that they're going to use, right? So every single block in their blockchain is notarized for DFINITY. There's like a stamp of approval, and each block references. So each block has n, and it also has like something that references the notarization of the previous block.
Okay, so that's why Haiti is a number.
Yes, H.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And the blockchain, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blockchain. It's a blockchain type, not transaction type, is it? I can't remember. But anyway, so after the notarization, then there's a consensus protocol, I think, at the end. You can tell me if I'm wrong or not. There's consensus at the end.
Totally, yes. Notarized block. Oh, so it's coming.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong. So this assembly is called the proposal in the white paper. And in this white paper, these computers are called replicas. Replicas. Right? Let's see here.
Choose highest rank.
Oh, that's right. And okay, so
And so on the broadcasting.
you had mentioned Yasu. You had mentioned that about ranking, and notarization. So I think it mentioned that the ranking system is 1, 1.5, 1/4, depending on the previous history of. So you have a lot of different clients, right? Computers, and they're building blockchain, and they're building blocks. And if they have a good history of building, then they have a higher ranking or reputation.
What do you mean good history?
Right?
You mean bad history?
Good history. As in, for example, I think it mentioned you could have nodes that are adversarial, which they can. So for example, if you build a block and you assemble it, and then you're an honest node, and then you send it to me, and I don't sign it, like I don't like approve it, then maybe I'm a dishonest node. Did you guys read about that part? No. So there's obviously there's like a ranking.
Usually in the highest, I mean the longest transaction, not longest.
So you're talking about
The highest means the longest.
Yeah, maybe.
You're talking about here, right? Like when you assemble the blocks. So this is the highest, and so to me it sounds like the ones who have the most transactions in the block is what it seems like, because you only have what 2, 5, 10 seconds to assemble it, maybe.
I think there's many ways to give the weight.
Yeah.
That's on the protocol. So, but I think if the 2 blocks and one is a long history, has a long history, so maybe the community should prefer the blocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Longest
it.
one.
But going back to that question you asked, you could have several nodes that have the same ranking, and if they have the same ranking, then both of them would be notarized.
Okay.
Mhm.
And in order to, both of them will be notarized, and in order to come to a final consensus of which block they're going to use, they have a final consensus.
Okay.
It's called finality or something like that. Something like that. I think that's the overall flow of
Got it.
the process.
Okay.
What was my reading? I read about 70 to 80% of the paper.
And I can explain how to make a consensus. Can I try?
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
I will take it.
My thoughts is kind of scatterbrained, so forgive me.
Yeah, it's perfect. And
Do you have questions? You look really perplexed. You look really confused. And I'm sure I probably would be. What kind of questions do you have? I'll try to answer. Any questions?
So, software in the process,
Yes.
which part is most important for the security purposes for the blockchain? That's
consensus.
Yeah.
Notarization is for the speeding purpose. What's the
Okay, so pretty much.
what's the benefits?
Mechanism, so pick at the node and
Sorry.
participate and user state.
So this is the mechanism. So like this part is just identifying clients, just adding them to the network, I think. And then this is random beacon, in which I'm having a brain fart. I'm having a brain fart right now. I explained it in my explanation.
What did you do this day?
Random beacon decides like that mini group. Like so there's like a group for every single round. Every single round, a group of computer gets picked. So and they're able to choose which ones get notarized, I think. I believe. So chooses a small group of nodes.
That is easy to, just to choose a group.
Yeah. But it's randomized every single time, so that you don't have like people like overpowering So this is the process of choosing a small group of nodes who is going to do the notarizing, and then you will go to the final consensus where you have everyone in the network, all the observers, who you can be like.
I guess this part is very important things because if you choose, choose a group deterministic. So
Oh.
we lose the consensus.
You're talking to Yasu, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So imagine how to choose a small group of the node. So if you choose 決定論的に選んじゃうとコンセンサスに問題あるじゃないですか。そうだか
So
ら
it
ここ
means every time you make consensus, the same computer should not be chosen, right? So that's why random vehicle is there. Is that what you mean?
Verifiable random function indicate this part. So
So
they use
by random vehicle,
Yes,
that
the-
protocol can choose the random set group
Yes,
every
exactly.
time they make a consensus, right?
Exactly.
Is that what you
Not
mean?
consensus. So choose a group is a very important part. How to choose group. So if you have a 100, node, how to choose a group? Who choose? Which kind
Lottery.
of algorithm you use? This is an important thing. So we look at this algorithm to make sure that feasibility. And they told the VLF function is choose this, group. I don't know what is VLF function right now, but they use this function to choose the group randomly. Okay. And the blockchain layer pick up some groups and they do make a consensus. Maybe this layer.
Okay.
Okay. It's true. This is my understanding right now.
So let's say if there's 1,000 computers or 1,000 nodes in a network,
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
in random vehicle, say 10 groups of 100 nodes will be generated in that all the unknown action.
Yeah.
Is that what I mean?
Yes, maybe, and it's possible. Yes.
So there are at least several or many groups
Yeah,
of
no,
nodes
so
in
you
the
don't have
random
a
vehicle.
group, so you have a node, and then many participants has a node. And if you send some, token to someone, so we have to, make a finalize this transaction, right? So they explain this transaction, how to prove, how to finalize. So at first they, pick up some group, randomly, and make a consensus. They explain this part in the white paper.
Okay.
Okay, and I forget what I talk. Anyway, nice to meet you. Could you introduce yourself?
Yes, Kelly. Shut up.
Yes, what do you do?
May I ask your background or brief?
Japanese American. I work for finance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 3 people are working for finance.
Yeah.
Interesting. Good.
Blockchain.
Thank you.
For
Did you grow up in Japan or?
Grew up in Japan.
Okay.
Yes, people compensate cross-border paper lines. So blockchain layer give the rank to each group.
Okay.
That is correct, James.
Sorry?
So blockchain layer gives the rank to the group.
Yeah, there's some rules in the blockchain. So, I want to get your opinion about the internet though. So this is relating to TRON and just their idea of the decentralized internet. In their white paper, they mentioned how we have the internet used to be back in the day. I don't remember, but back in the day, it used to be an area where you didn't have big corporations, like for example Google. Because if you want to make like a website, you pretty much have to make it so that it's searchable on Google. So you have to follow different protocols, right? Different rules when you make your website, so that you can actually search, right? Or I think. And so there's compliance. But back in the day, it wasn't so rigid. Right now, it's funneled through certain web engine, like search engines, right?
Google.
Yeah, and they kind of can make the rules pretty much.
And they dominate the whole information.
Yes, they dominate the whole information, and so if you have this idea of having it be more decentralized, do you think that's a good thing? What are the pros and cons? I mean, to me, I've just grown up with Google, right? And
Yeah.
probably,
Me too.
yeah, right? It's around the same age.
Yeah.
But maybe these folks right here, maybe have a little bit more experience in internet in the early days.
Yeah.
It's kind of different, right? Maybe, I don't know if you were using the internet in the early 90s.
How do you think?
What do you think?
So you.
So the question is, right now, the state of the internet, we have a lot of centralization.
Right.
Now, early stages of the internet,
Right.
you had a lot of different, it was a lot more decentralized, and you didn't have very much control of these big companies just monitoring everything. What if we could move back to this decentralization that we had before? I mean, what are some positive things, some negative things, and do you think, in your opinion, is that a good idea? Because that's what TRON's trying to do, especially in the regards of entertainment distribution. And then you have other things like substratum, where you can have it more decentralized.
I don't know, but it was a long time ago I started using internet.
Yes.
That was Netscape.
Netscape. Yep.
So in the office, most of the people didn't use computer. We shared one or two computers.
Oh, I see.
At the one office.
How do you work in that case?
What?
How you work?
Oh yeah, actually the
You have
word processor and the fax machine and mainly phone call.
Yeah.
That's the one what I used to do. Doing.
Okay.
And but the Google came along and Facebook came along, and the upside of using that kind of the whole IT giant is that without our knowledge, without our permission, they are taking care of our daily life. So that is good part of the centralized system. But I don't know. But as we have seen that the issue happened by the Facebook recently. Obviously there will be more issues. All our personal data is collected to those one big companies. So I think that the central system should be changed to a decentralized system. I don't know.
Why do you think it should be changed to decentralized system?
Because of the personal information and asset shouldn't be handled by someone.
Yeah,
Who has the power.
party. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the bottom line, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
And personal information, as in your address, things that will be identifiable just to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes.
how do you think from gaming? How do you think?
大丈夫です。
日本語で大丈夫。
I'm just the one who's gonna suffer. That's fine. Most people here are Japanese.
But you can understand Japanese.
I can understand.
Yeah.
そうですか。
そうよね。ちょっともう なんていうんですかね、そういう方向に一気にいかないのは、まあ、さっきのそのトロの話も言ってましたけど、ちょっとスケッチーなものが多いんでで何が一番そのフェアで、一番そのコモンなインフラとしてその全員がイコールに、いろんなベネフィットを受けられるようなのかっていうのがよくわかんないところが今コンテンツとしてる。
誰が決定権とか、そっか、バランスがどうなのかわからない、実践のバランス。そうですね、そこって
まあブロックチェーンによるし、
イメージがそれってうまくガバナンスが取れるか
そういうこと
例えばその組織として考えて
そうそう。
普通の会社だったら一つのサーバーがあって、で、まあ、要はパワー、まあ、一つの会社の中でも一つの自分のセクションがあって、でそれでうまく組織として全部組織として
プロトコルはイメージ結構ついちゃってて、そもそも Linux とかってコレクティブリーワークって言って集合知的に作ってたんです。
オープンソース。
オープンソースで
みんなの知見を合わせて
そう
ウィキペディアみたいな感じ。
ウィキペディアみたいな、そうそう。
なんでまあバグとかだったら誰かが直してあげてとか。
それがなんかオープンソースがそれでなんでオープンソースでいいものと、例えば私銀行ずっと銀行に勤めてるから、なんかそれがまあパーミッション型とかいろいろある2つあるのか、パーミッション型となんだっけ2つあるんでしたっけ、そのパブリック型とパーミッション型でしたっけ、それまた別の
わかんないです。ガバナンスの取り方とか。
ガバナンスの取り方
あるかもしれない
にパーミッション型の方がある程度決まった人たちが参加するんですよね。
クローズソースとオープンソース。
だけどもし本当に完全にオープンだっていうと、その銀行のそのなんかそれこそ個人情報じゃないですか、それの塊なので、そういうのってどこまでどうやって、
まあ、なんで大企業向けにはそのパーミッション型で多分
パーミッション型でやっぱり
ゲームとかなんかそこまで情報が必要ないものは本当のオープンソースと分かれてる感じ。だから B2B 向けのプロトコルと B2C 向けのプロトコル。
でうちの場合はもちろん B2B と B2C 両方あるんですけど、
多分組織っていう点で捉えるのと、個人の情報をどう扱うのかって捉えるのは割と抽象度がバラバラな気もしていて、で銀行っていう組織がそのブロックチェーンを使ってどう解体されていくのか。
そうだ、立場がそうだ、銀行としては私ずっと考えてたんですけど、一般的に考えたときにはそうですよね、別にそのオープンでよくて、で自分の個人情報がきちっと
自分で管理
されてるんであればもうそっちの方がいいですね。あとはもう利便性の問題
だけど
だと思う。
あれですよね、その究極的には個人に全部権限がいるとして、もう個人がその誰の助けも借りずにお金のトランザクションもできるし、その売り買いもできるっていう、これはもう究極の状態なんですよね。だけど銀行結局極端な議論があって、究極の議論、その究極の理想のスケがあって、だけど、まあ、それがあってこういうものがいっぱいパブリック型のものがいっぱいプラットフォームでできてるんだけど、極論を言うと結局人間の本能は誰かに頼って何かがあった時に保証したいっていう、そういう本能が働くんで、今の分散型のこのトレンドは実はもうこうなんですか、この振り子の要はもう結局逆ブレして元に戻っちゃうっていう、そういう極端な
逆ブレするっていうよりは、もともと基本的に分散させてそうしたらなんか最終的になんかいろいろ問題あるよね、集約させて、そしたらまだ問題あるよねって、こうやってこの間行き来していくのが大体トレンドみたいな感じで、なんで昔で言うとメインフレームで一括集中型でやってたのをどんどんなんかクライアント PC 型で
分割しました、でも次クラウドでまとめましたっていった感じで、いわゆる会社の中のサービスっていうのもこれ分散と集計の中で振り子で揺れてるんで、多分
なんか僕も同じイメージで、分散って10年に1回ぐらい波来るんですよ。ウィニーが来た時は捕まっちゃったし、メッシュネットワークも来たし、で今回たまたまお金がガッと入って市場自体が盛り上がったので、まあすごくいいタイミングで、このタイミングでプロトコルが作れると、銀行って要は僕たちはお金を預けたりとかお金を借りたりとかするじゃないですか。でそこのブロックチェーンを能動的に本当に自律的に使える人っておっしゃる通り少ないと思ってて、でもそのブロックチェーンのプロトコルの上にそういうサービスを提供してくるサービスが出てくればいいだけの話で、銀行っていうエンティティっていうかサードパーティーを信頼する必要は一切なくて、僕たちは技術を信じればいいので、改ざんされないよっていう。でそれが分からないし使いづらいんだったらその上にサービスがあればいいんですよ。っていうところが触れ切ったところでプロトコル作り切ると世界が大きく変わると僕は信じてるから、今プロトコルに投資したいっていうのはそういうこと、ここを作り切りたい、触れてる間にいやで僕らの年からすると銀行とかそのオーソリティって壊したらお得なんですよそうすごい不利だからっていうイメージを僕は持っちゃうな、でもおっしゃる通りにそうみんなが自律的に動かないっていうのは絶対そう、99%は動けなくて、1% の人が最初に作って 99% が使いやすいようなサービスを作っていかなきゃいけないんだけど、そのために今何が足りてないのかなってところに多分お金の人も集めなきゃいけない、
だから 1% の方がビタリックでビタリックがいい社作ったらいろいろ使いづらいから、まあ、いろんなプロトコルが生まれてるし、その分のサービス
そう未成熟なんだけど、未成熟な時にやっぱりモザイクの時にインターネットエクスプローラー作ったマイクロソフト勝ってるわけだしこのタイミングで踏み込めるやつが勝つのは勝つんだけど、踏み込み方だよね。
大体大きい企業も全部利用するんですよね。
何の話だっけ？
トロンの話だね。
So moving back to Tron, you can answer that this time. So I'm wondering, so Tron, it's a platform where you would create content and then you would get paid for whatever you contribute. That's their time. Do you think it's going to work? Do you think if we have a decentralized internet, like they're saying we have contents, do you think that maybe it's a better system to have to get paid for your individual contribution? Do you think there'll be more contribution and high quality contribution because we have a monetized system for contribution, or not?
It depends on the economy of the TRON. Yes. If you can get the $100 million to upload the game, then everybody upload the games. But if you only get like $1,
Yeah.
one TRON, I don't know, then nobody will upload the game. So it's completely up to the economy that TRON will create.
Yeah.
At the moment, no one knows.
Yeah.
The reputation is important.
Uh-huh.
So if you contribute to some community,
Yeah.
Your reputation is rise up,
Yeah.
and maybe reputation is connected to some token or incentive. That is important. So
I think it's the same as Steemit. In the Steemit, the
yeah,
cycle of the investment and uploading the articles is working now. But it can be Ponzi if there is no influx of investment to the system. Right?
Yeah.
So as long as it circulates, that's fine. And that's why I told that's the economy results or the economy or ecosystem.
Yeah.
Steemit is working. Alice is not working.
I don't know about the current status of Alice.
They don't have the token itself has no utilities. It just can be sold. So the price is going down, down, down. as people write more articles on Aris, they will get more tokens, and the only way they can use it is selling. Now.
I totally
In
agree.
exchange, right?
I totally agree. This Ponzi scheme
Yeah,
And Steam is the same.
Steam, I
is
think-
also Ponzi scheme.
Okay, I'm not contributing anything on Steam. Just
So the Alice released the beta version.
Yeah, they're doing their closed beta now, but people are getting tokens, but they have no way to use it, so they're just selling it. So the price is going down after they started the closed beta.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so,
haven't tried it.
fundamentally, so that value accrues the token price. So we think about what is value of the transaction or tokens. Yeah, that is like a utility utilize something, and some blockchain has an asset. It's like security, so you will get some interest from the token. That is, a value. So we focuses on the value at first. The protocol is better makes sense for me because, we can exchange the value through the protocols for secure. So that is value, right? And the user is increasing to participate in the block protocol. So that is value for me. I understand why the price is increasing.
For TRON?
Protocol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ethereum and EOS other protocol.
Okay.
Easy to understand because value is increasing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because you have more people using it. And
Yes.
the more it's being used, the more it's going to go up in value. But for specifically this idea of decentralized internet and then participation and getting money from your participation, to me, you have people, if you want to contribute something on the internet, you have good ideas, you can do it anywhere. Doesn't matter if you're going to get paid or not.
Yeah.
So I don't think that will ever change, because people, they're not really contributing to get paid more, They just want to get their message out to the world.
Yeah.
And if, maybe if they get paid someday in the future, that's good for them. Now, is it good to have a model of incentivizing just monetary, like a monetary incentive for your first post?
No, reputation is the first, I think.
Yeah,
Not monetized.
yeah.
Because, Cookpad.
Yes.
Cookpad is successful. They share the recipe
Yes.
and they introduced some point system in the later stage. But at first, they enjoy to share the recipe. And they enjoy to the arigato
For the good
message.
For the greater good.
So they don't get paid.
No, they.
Just
So
providing
reputation,
information, recipes.
yes, Tabelogu and any P2P service model works based on the reputation, not for the money.
So I think it's like people want to be admired, like in Japanese we call it a shonin yokyu.
Yeah, shonin yokyu, something like
The
that.
tickling of shonin yokyu.
But my theory is reputation can connect to the money in the future.
Oh yeah.
We can exchange that is option.
Yeah.
Not
Like a value. Value.
yeah, value. Yes, exactly. Value. Yes. Reputation is a value.
Yeah.
So we can exchange value to the money.
You want to know what's a shonin yokyu?
Oh, no, I was just wondering. Shonin Yoku?
Yeah. Shonin yokyu.
Approving desire.
Oh,
Yeah. What will be approved from?
Shonin Yokyu?
Desire.
Desire.
Shonin Yoku.
Yoku.
Okay, Yoku.
Yes.
Sorry, sometimes I hear weird.
Like that's why people are putting
We
their.
don't use that word.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But the point is that it will be great while we are posting, and also we get paid. It will be great.
Yeah, it will be good.
So,
I think it'd be good.
yes. But again, that Facebook and Google is actually taking advantage of the people's instinct to want to be accepted. We are kind of
We're using their platform.
Yeah.
Exactly. Instagram.
all the money, so which was because of the individual contribution value, all the money goes to Google and Facebook. That is happening.
So maybe we could have it decentralized, not have like an entity over it, but have more open source where we can all get together and make some kind of model.
Is that possible?
I think it's possible. You know, but I think, in my personal opinion, I think if you have a monetized model, you have a lot more people joining at the start, right?
Yeah, to start.
At the
Yes.
start. So I think that's a good thing. But yeah. But I think for me, you'll have a lot of bloatware. I mean, not bloatware, but like just people just writing random stuff, you know, maybe. Or I think it can be really manipulated. I see it.
Yeah, so for example, healthcare, you store personal data to the blockchain and you use this data to share this data to the doctor. Something like that. Many applications here in healthcare field right now. The value is, personal data has a value.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So that's why you store to the exchanger, you can get a token because you exchange your data to has a value to the token. Okay, so start is value. Every application, every protocol, we focus on the value. And how to exchange, how to improve. Yeah, that is my policy and
I think like what you mentioned for like healthcare, and there's certain use cases for, I think you're talking about maybe Ethereum ERC20 kind of applications that would, give you as a user, if you share your personal information with a company,
yes,
you get to choose who sees that, and then you get paid.
Yes, controlled access.
Yeah, but with TRON, I think it would be just content that you create. So whether it has value or not depends on the community, right?
Yes.
And so the more your content people think it seems valuable, the more money you get paid.
Yeah, if that's kind of professional market research report, then some company will be interested in it. But if that's estimate or as like just an article about your personal day-to-day, it doesn't it has no value almost at all. So
Who's writing?
if that's someone says they writing, I will buy that. But if that's mine, nobody does.
But even today, you have like Facebook, you have YouTube. Facebook, I don't think they pay. They don't pay for any of YouTube videos. Yeah, but in YouTube you get paid, and so it depends on how much views you have. It could be nonsense, but if you have a lot of followers, you get money.
Yeah.
So it'll work the same kind of way, except for you'll probably get more money.
But there is no middleman.
There's no middle.
Like in YouTube.
No. So.